Good afternoon. PSA, PSA. Um, I have been called to do a reading. Usually I give you guys short messages as far as the videos go for social media because they can only be but so long. But I was called to do a behind the scenes reading. And the title of it is Escaping America. And it's due to a vision I had last night, moving into the full moon in Taurus on Saturday. Um, this this reading is going to be called the behind the scenes reading of Escaping America. Okay, and I was waiting for this. I didn't know when this information was going to come. Now, like I said, if you have the eyes to see or the ears to hear, um, your message is going to come as well. Your timeline is going to be different from mine, but this is just a general timeline for all star seeds. So when you get this, is when you're meant to get this. When you hear this is when you're meant to hear this, okay? So before I share the visual oracle with you for this reading, I must share some information with you because I had to break down my vision in order to understand, in order to share it with you. So I don't have a desk yet, so I'm in my sitting area per se. So let's get started. So the vision I had last night was it was a brief clip of what it looked like for me personally leaving this country, right? Me and my twin flame, of course. Um, and a lot of twin flames and high level divine soulmates will be leaving around the same time. Now, I know what my dates are. Like I said, when you receive this, I am going to request to the divine, always on the main line, that they share with you when it's your time to leave, even though it's going to be around the same timeline, okay? So we have, if you remember the video I did when I was talking about the Leviathan and how the Leviathan is being prepped, right? Under the ice ring, the Arctic ice ring, right? I said that we have a short timeline before we are going to be called to come out of the belly of the beast, which is America. So the divine let me know what the timeline is. And the timeline is starting June 1st, 2026. We have 14 months to get out of this country. Okay? Starting June 1st, 2026, we have 14 months to get out of this country. Okay? Now, that would be around the end of July going into early August of 2027. If in my right ear is popping as I'm saying this, so that's confirmation. If you do not leave America at the end of July, early August 2027, you have a 9-month window after that, but it's going to be an extremely tight 9-month window. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why. August 2027 to April 2028 is the 9-month window. And it's the 9-month window because March 26, 2028, the North Node moves into Capricorn and the South Node moves into Cancer. Why is that important? America was created and founded with divine feminine energy, July 4th, 1776, which is why the month of July is important. So with the North Node going into Saturn energy, Capricorn energy, that represents the karmic masculine energy. He's the karmic masculine in my visual oracle deck, but don't pay attention to who's on there. This is the karmic masculine energy that has been harvesting off the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy for hundreds of years, okay, to incorporate this country to make it what it is, right? And it's time for payback. Point blank motherfucking period, okay? So when we're talking about Capricorn Cancer energy, we're talking about mother and father energy. Saturn and the moon, right? So the karmic masculine energy has been abusing the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy to keep the illusion afloat of the patriarchy, right? And all empires must fall. So America is going to fall in 2028. Okay? And it's going to happen. And I got the water element. This represents Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces season and or energy, or it can represent a moon cycle as well. But in this case, this is representing Cancer season. And I just told you Cancer is the divine mother energy, the celestial body, right? America, you're fucked. You're fucked. Okay? Because the karmic masculine energy and the karmic feminine energy have been harvesting off the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy. And all that shit is coming to an end in March 26, 2028. Now, if you go back to scripture and Revelations, we're about 3/4 of the way through Revelation, and then we get to the deceiver coming to America to put everybody under the illusion of freedom and this bullshit, right? It's basically the mark of the beast, the 666, right? Which is why the divine is going to call their children to come out of the belly of the beast, which is America. So triple Aquarius energy. July 26, 2026, the North Node moves into Aquarius and the South Node moves into Leo. Why is that important? Because we are in the age of Aquarius. Pluto retrograde in Aquarius just started a couple of days ago. And then when the North Node moves into Aquarius, that's going to be triple Aquarius energy. Uranus, which is about to make things, you don't know whether you coming, you going, up, down, left, right. Okay, when I tell you shit is about to get real, it's about to get real. Triple Aquarius energy. All right. So, and I also want to break down the years on what it looks like. All right. I break this down in spirituality, astrology, and of course, scripture. But for now, we're going to use spirituality and astrology. Okay. So 2020, if you add up the numbers for the years, right? 2027 equals an 11, master number 11, right? In major arcana, that's the justice card, which also represents the justice council, and the justice council is the seraphim angels in the ethers. Okay, everybody thinks the archangels are it. No, the seraphim angels are the death angels that are on call, and when it's time for them to come forward, they're going to destroy everything. You don't want to meet a seraphim angel if you on the bad side of karma. That's your ass. Okay? So it's the justice card, the justice council, and it's the high priestess. So basically the healers, the light workers, the star seeds, your light witches and your light warlocks, because they do exist, okay? The justice council is coming to fuck everything up in 2027. Okay. 2028, if you break down the numbers, it's a 12. It's the hangman and the empress, because 1 + 2 = 3, right? So you look at the number 12 and then you break it down to a 3. So it's 2 major arcanas per year. And for 2028, it's the hangman and the empress. What does that mean? Everybody who has been harvesting energy, karmic masculines especially, and the karmic feminines, your ass is out of here. You're off of this earth. You're going exactly where you're supposed to go. And then we get into 2029, because I have to give you the sequence of how all this is going to go. 2029 breaks down to a 13. 13 is the death card, the death of America, with the emperor card, 1 + 3 = 4, right? The God Council, which is funny because I'm going to show you the visual oracles that I pulled, because I have ties to the Yoruban tribe, the Yoruban family. We're like this, right? So the God Council on the Yoruban tribe, they came out to show their ass. The divine masculine energy, the God energy, is going to protect the divine feminine and destroy all of this shit. Yeah, the divine masculine council, the God council, is coming in to protect the goddess energy, the divine feminine energy. And they're the ones that are going to be destroying all this shit while we will be helping them from the background. Okay? So now on the God Council side, we have Babalue. Babalue is the African god of illness and infectious disease. Now, here's the side message for Babalue. Okay? This has been going on for the past decade, but it's been getting worse for the past 2 years. If you notice, for the past 2 years, the numbers have astronomically gone out the window with sexual transmitted diseases, HIV, AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, crabs, trichomoniasis, all the shit, right? And it's a spiritual disease. It's a spiritual curse that's spreading. And why is that? Because those who are reckless sexually and have been using sex as a weapon are being marked in the spirit for removal. And that's why Babalue is here. Okay? And another thing, too. Speaking of North Node, South Nodes, March 28th, 2028, when the North Node goes into Capricorn, which is the goat. Let me break down the goat spiritually for you as well. The two main demons that are going to be running amok in 2028 are the Baphomet and Azazel. Because the goat also represents lust, sexual energy. So that's the reason why people are being marked spiritually. Okay, so if you out here using sex as a weapon and spreading diseases, catching diseases, don't give a fuck, your soul has been marked for removal and for death. It is what it is. So, like I said, the two main demons that are going to be running amok in 2028, collecting souls, are the Baphomet and Azazel, because they represent the goat. The goat being Capricorn in astrology. Right. So, America's karma arrives in 2028. Early signs of karma will be seen in 2027 through the Justice Council and through the High Priestesses. All right. Which is basically the Goddess Council as well. So in the Bible, the goat primarily represents sin, rebellion, judgment, and the unrighteous. It often symbolizes those who go their own way rather than following God and Goddess. Because I told you, plural. I broke that down to you already. Plural, God and Goddess, okay? So those who have rebelled and decided to go their own way and not listen, right? Your soul is being marked. You are open target to the enemy, and you are being marked. And this is the reason why, if you notice, for the past couple of years, spiritual children, we have been called to heal every single part of us. So the enemy has no cracks, no ways to get in, right? Especially being called to celibacy. No, we don't need those type of spiritual ties or spiritual diseases, because that's exactly what they are, spiritual diseases, okay? So when it comes to leaving America, right? One of the things I kept hearing while I was shuffling my visual oracle deck and asking questions was, get your astrocartography chart done, right? There's certain lines in there, your Venus lines, your MC lines, your Mars lines, your Pluto lines, and things of that nature, right? That are going to let you know where you're supposed to go. If you get your astrocartography chart done, you're going to know where to go. So go ahead and go do that, because I'm going to go do mine this weekend, even though technically I already know where I'm going. All right, so yeah. So starting June 1st, 2026, you have 14 months to get the fuck out of America, and it's going to be 2027 of the end of July early August. And if you do not leave around that time, you have a 9-month window. And once that 9-month window closes, it's done. You are going to have to take lives. You are going to have to spill blood to get out of this motherfucking country. And I hope the fuck you hear me. Okay? So if you do not get out in 2027, end of July, early August, you have between August 2027 and April, literally the beginning of April 2028, to get the fuck out of this country. If not, you're fucked. Okay? So let's get down to the visual oracle. The rest of the visual oracle, and I already shuffled the deck I'm going to use. It's the Heaven and Earth Tarot. And I pulled out one of my oracle decks. I have 6 oracle decks that I made personally, but this one, because it's a behind-the-scenes reading on Escaping America, I had to pull that deck out. So everything's already shuffled. I pray over my cards. I pray over my reading. I pray over the energy when I'm delivering it to you. So I already showed you the first half. Let's get started on the second half. So the second one to come out of the Yoruban tribe was Aganju, the African god of volcanoes and deserts. Why is that important? Because we have volcanoes in America. And every single volcano that is in America, whether it's active or inactive, is going to blow up and go the fuck off. So if you live in any inactive or active volcano areas, I would suggest you get the fuck out. It's that simple. Third, we have Oku, African god of agriculture and the harvest. I'm trying to find the best way to explain Oku. Basically, everything that you have gained off of our energy, all the monetary abundance, cars, houses, cars, clothes, money, bank accounts, I don't know, jets, property, real estate in different countries, that harvest that you gained off stealing energy and fucking people over, basically, you're going to lose it. And that's the best way I know how to put it. Now, number 4 is my personal favorite. Elegua. Elegua is the African god of the crossroads. He's the trickster spirit, and he is the messenger between humankind and deities. A lot of people are going to be at the crossroads without knowing they're going to be at the crossroads. And if they do go to the crossroads, it's going to be to make some type of arrangement, deal, plead, whatever. I'm going to let you know right now, Elegua is not trying to hear that. He's not trying to hear that. So you're thinking you're going to go to the crossroads and make an offering to save your soul or some shit like that, and the opposite is going to happen. He's going to trick you, and your soul is going exactly to where the fuck it's going, but faster. And because Elegua was the first Yoruban African god to reveal himself to me, I know Elegua like the back of my hand. Me and Elegua are like this because I'm a gatekeeper as well. I'm a gatekeeper. Now, for the second group right here, we got another group right here. We have the Divine Council. The Divine Council wants the divine feminine and divine masculine collective to walk away from America, because divine justice is coming down on America. And this card is divine intervention, spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare is coming to America, and they do not want their children a part of it. So the Divine Council has ruled in the heavens, in the ethers. Okay. Now, these two cards right here are very prominent, and it is the education card, and this card is new business entrepreneur. So I'm speaking to the divine masculines, divine feminines, high priests, high priestesses. You need to have something to take with you when you leave. So if that means taking courses to start a new business, taking a couple more courses for education in the business that you want to open, get the education, open the business, so that you can take it with you out of the country so that you can continue to make money while the economy will still be 50-50 afloat, if you catch my drift, right? Because the last card for the second group right here is closing of a cycle, karma. It's over for America. It's over. I said, and I will say it for the last time, if you are a karmic masculine or a karmic feminine, and you're going to get left behind, when you do get left behind, you're fucked. There's no other way around it. I'm not going to sweeten it up for you. I'm not about to throw no sugar on that shit. You're done. See, the thing with these karmic masculines and karmic feminines is they're focusing on doing black magic on the collective, us divine masculines, divine feminines, but they're focused on the wrong shit. You're going to be stuck here with the rest of these motherfuckers wishing for death and not getting it. And in those days, they shall beg for death, and death shall flee from them. Literally just came through. The divine is going to whoop America's ass. And the divine does not want their children anywhere near it when it happens. Point blank period, okay? Now, the third group I have over here, we have divine guidance, incoming news. So you will be divinely guided. Divine masculines, divine feminines, high priests, high priestesses. You will be divinely guided out of this. Follow your intuition. I hate using the word dreams. You already know I hate that word. Follow your visions. Follow your intuition. Listen to your discernment. You are going to get specific instructions on what to do and how to do it. Okay? Now, the next two cards are Truth Revealed and the 5D Dream Space. The divine is, like I said, they're going to come to you in your visions. They're going to come to you in the ethers. You know, they're not only going to reveal the truth, but they're going to have a conversation with you about where your blessings are, which is why I told you to do your astrocartography charts, because because the divine, okay, all right. This is another note. I'm just gonna have to put this out there. Obviously, I'm just gonna have to put this out there. Divine masculines, divine feminines. A lot of divine masculines and divine feminines in the ethers by the divine council are being brought together spiritually. Their contracts are being brought together spiritually. They're being brought together spiritually in private, in covering, in the ethers first, before it manifests in the physical, right? A lot of divine masculines, divine feminines, high-level divine soulmates will be reconnected and reunited this summer during Cancer Leo season. And you karmic masculines and you karmic feminines, there's nothing you can do about it. Your arms are not long enough to box with God and Goddess. You can't even get into the heavens anyway. So how the fuck are you going to stop something that you can't see, let alone touch? You can try, which we know you're doing, but it's not going to happen. The vast majority of divine masculines, divine feminines, high-level divine soulmates will be reunited, reconnected this summer of 2026. Point blank period. They will be reunited. They will be together. They will be in relationships. They will be married. All that shit. Okay? It's going to happen this summer. There's nothing you can do about it, okay? So the conversation on where your blessings lie, I'm picking this up through my intuition. Your astrocartography charts. When you do your astrocartography chart, look at your Venus line. If it's not your Venus line, it's going to be your Mars line. One of those two. Look at where your Venus line lands and your Mars line is. That's where you're going to want to go. And my right ear popped. So look, so when you do your astrocartography charts, look for your Venus line and or your Mars line. Those two places, you're going to choose between where you're going to go. But because the majority of divine masculine and divine feminines are going to be reunited, reconnected this summer, it's going to be your Venus line. High-level divine soulmate in the twin flame, your Mars line. I just literally just got that through my intuition. So Handle that. Now, let's get into the cards. Look, I already told you, I already shuffled my cards. I pray over my readings. I pray over the energy. I pray over the messages to be clear, concise, and to the point from mom and dad's ears, mom and dad's mouth to my ears. It's a very important message. You need to know what's going on behind the scenes, okay? So let's get started. Like I said, we're using the Heaven and Earth Tarot, and I'm using my behind the scenes oracle deck that the divine told me to use. So let's get started. So behind the scenes reading, Escaping America, what do they need to know? That flew the fuck out. Wow. You can't see the cards, obviously, but I'm going to tell you because, you know, the light is what it's supposed to be. But the Empress in reverse. This is what they're trying to do to the Divine Feminine. Honestly, this is what they're trying to do to the Divine Feminine energy. They're trying to totally wipe out the Divine Feminine energy. Which is why there's so much more raping and killing and kidnapping and sex trafficking going on with women and children. They're trying to completely erase the Divine Feminine energy. And not only that, stop the Divine Feminine collective from creating a matriarchal society. You heard it here first. The Empress in reverse. That shit is crazy. Ooh, what do they need to know about this behind the scenes reading, Escaping America, please? What do they need to know? Ooh, what is it? Death. What the fuck did I just say? The Empress in reverse and the Death card. I just fucking told you. They want to get rid of the Divine Feminine energy by any means necessary. I literally just heard Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and fucking Gomorrah. They just want dick in the booty everywhere. I'm just gonna say it. They want dick in the booty everywhere. This is not important to them. They want it to be gay the fuck out over here. Okay? I said it. Sue me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I said what I said. Okay? And let me make this very clear. There's nothing wrong with gay energy. You're not going to be penalized for being gay. It doesn't matter if you are a man who loves a man or a woman who loves a woman. It's about your intention behind it. You understand what I'm saying? If you are with the same sex and you have the intention on loving someone the right way, that's not a problem. But when you use that as a weapon, you're going to get that ass tapped by the divine. It's that simple. The divine is really just going to confirm everything I just said. Because I literally just said they want to wipe out the Divine Feminine energy and trying to stop the Divine Feminine collective from starting any matriarchal societies. And the Death card came out behind the Empress in reverse. I don't have to make this up. I know who I am. The High Priestess, which is the divine mother goddess Ashera. Now, the High Priestess and the High Priest know this. Mom knows what they're trying to do to her children. And mom's not having it. So, this is a duality thing right here. Where on one side, with the Death card and the Empress in reverse, they want to destroy the Divine Feminine energy totally and completely. With the Death card to the High Priestess, Most High Mother Goddess Ashera, is going to bring a death to them for trying to do it. It's a duality. All right. What does the collective need to know for this behind-the-scenes reading of Escaping America? Oh, because we getting the fuck out of here. Believe that. Nine of Wands. This card says great strength. Oh, the spiritual battles that we have fought, we have faced, and we have been through. The divine knows, the divine sees, we will be rewarded for it in the end. This is spiritual warfare that we're living through every day, which is why the Nine of Wands is here. The divine knows. God and Goddess know. Mom and Dad know. And we will be rewarded handsomely for it. Knight of Cups in reverse. I'm getting a cup of shit. Why am I picking up a cup of shit? Can you tell me why? I'm picking up a cup of shit from this Knight of Cups in reverse. This is usually an offer. Some type of sweetness, a kind gesture. This is giving me a cup of shit. So the people who are putting us through the spiritual warfare want to bring some type of offer to the divine feminine, divine masculine collective, but it's a cup of shit. Do not accept. Poison. I heard that loud and clear. It's a poisonous cup of shit. Okay. So, through these spiritual battles, we alchemize, we heal, and we ascend, right? They know that because they have found out the hard way that whatever magic that they have been doing on the collective for the past 10, 15, 20 years hasn't been working, right? None of it worked. It was an illusion. The divine pulled the rug from under them and was like, hey, y'all niggas wasn't doing shit. We was in control of this the whole time. So they know that, right? So because they know that, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, this offer is poison. It kills. Keep your head on a swivel. And if you blocked people or removed people from your life, they're not allowed to come back. I said what I said. Yeah, well, that was fast. Oh, the King of Cups in reverse. Ooh. Karmic masculine. Karmic masculine. What the fuck did I just tell you about the karmic masculine siphoning and harvesting off the divine feminine energy? Knight of Cups in reverse with the King of Cups in reverse. These karmic masculines want to come back to the divine feminines and poison us to kill us. It's that simple. What does that mean? I'm going to have to give you an industry example for you to understand what this means. What that means is this. You know how these celebrities sign demonic contracts in blood, and they have to make a sacrifice in order to gain wealth and power and things of that nature? My right ear just popped, so I know I'm on the right track. They want to do the same thing to the divine feminines. Now, what they don't tell you is the person that they sacrifice, when their soul gets to the other side, they remain in limbo on the 3D here. And while that soul is on the other side, they harvest from that soul in order to manifest from the ethers into the physical. Because as above, so below, as within, so without. It happens in the spiritual before it manifests in the physical. So those people that they kill, that they sacrifice, they're harvesting from their souls in the spiritual to manifest it in the physical. And that is what the karmic masculines want to do to the divine feminines, because the divine feminines have cut the karmic masculines off. They want to come back to poison us, to kill us, and harvest from our energy in the spiritual to keep the illusion going in the physical. Yep. It's some sick-ass, twisted shit. Lord have mercy. Princess of Pentacles. This would be the Page of Pentacles under the deck, with the Queen of Swords and the Lover's card. Yeah, divine masculines, beware. You have an ex that you cut off who also wants to bring you an offer. Page of Pentacles. We all know the Queen of Swords is somebody who's is an ex-girlfriend or an ex-wife. So divine masculines, there's a karmic feminine that you cut off as well, with the Lovers here, and she wants to come back with some bullshit as well. Just like the karmic masculines want to come back with some bullshit for the divine feminines, the karmic feminines are trying to come back with some bullshit for the divine masculines as well. But it's going to be revealed. All of it with the sun card, it's going to be revealed. The divine masculines and feminines are going to know. You're not going to get this off, bro. You're not going to get this off. Because think about it. Think about it. I just want you to think about this real quick, right? If the divine shows us that that side is nothing but nothing but bullshit, lies, drama, unwanted babies, STDs, drama, abuse, lies, gossip, and all of this has been shown to us, and we cut you off because we now know what the fuck you are, and we know ain't nothing on the enemy camp but bullshit. What the fuck makes you think we're gonna leave the light and go back to the bullshit when we already know what the fuck it is? Bitch, are you dumb? Lord have mercy. Let's keep going. Behind the scenes reading, what do they need to know? This is the 4 Cups and the 10 of Wands. Yes, their black magic offers are being rejected. And I also need you to know that if you have celebrities watching you, harvesting off of you, well, they were trying to harvest off you. Every single black magic attack, no matter who it's coming from, is being rejected. 10 of Wands. These niggas is going through it. They're literally on their last leg, is what I'm hearing. One more strike and it's over for these niggas. I'm telling you, one more strike and it's over. Every single petition that they are putting in to kill, steal, and destroy is backfiring on them. They're the ones that are going through the burdens and the strife. Period. That's just on period. Okay, what is this? They're coming out in 2s. The Hierophant and the 2 of Pentacles. Harmonious change. So now we have mom and dad on the board. We have the Most High Father God Yahweh with the 2 of Pentacles. So where this would be harmonious change, the Most High Father God Yahweh is basically fucking up their whole lives. Their whole lives are imbalanced. They have nothing to hold on to. Let me explain to you, dumbasses, something. The thing that you covet the most is what the divine is going to use against you to break your ass. So if you covet sex, remember, I told you, Babalue is out here, the African god of illness and infectious diseases. If you covet sex, that's going to be used against you. If you covet money, that's going to be used against you. If you covet wealth or bullshit or gossip, guess what? It's going to be used against you. Every single vice that you use against the divine's children is going to be used 10 times over to break you much harder. And that 10 of Wands speaks for itself, because that's exactly what's happening to y'all dumbasses right now. So mom and dad are out here. The Most High Father God Yahweh and the Most High Mother Goddess Ashira, our divine parents, are both out here on this board, letting us know they are putting belt to ass, foot to neck, and they're not playing. It's funny how when I start this damn reading, these motherfuckers want to come cut some damn grass. Bitch, please. Moving forward. What do they need to know? Behind the scenes reading, Escaping America. What do they need to know? What is this? The Magician sideways. Came out sideways. Let me explain something also about black magic. Black magic only works on other low vibrational individuals, such as yourself. Okay? So if you're trying to do black magic on the divine being, the divine is probably only going to let about 5 to 10% of that through as like a brush on our skin to put us in alignment. That's all it's used for. It's to get us in alignment and to get us on our paths and on our purpose, right? So black magic only works on other low vibrational individuals, which is why the backfire is always going to be 10 times harder. On top of the fact that now everything is being slingshotted back, reversed on the divine frequency of 999 hertz. If you don't know what that is, please Google it. And if you can't find it on Google, pray about it. It will be revealed to you in the astral. And another reason why the magician is sideways, this is a two-part message. Everything is a two-part message, okay? Just want to make that clear. Everything is a two-part message. Another reason why the magician is out sideways is because, remember I told you the government was dropping black magic in certain neighborhoods? Helicopters flying around in certain areas? They use high-level dark priests and priestesses, witches and warlocks. Another reason why the magician came out sideways is because their magic ain't hitting the way it used to. What did I just tell you about Aquarius energy hitting 3 times? We are in the age of Aquarius. We are now in Pluto in Aquarius. And the North Node is about to switch into Aquarius. That's 3 times the energy of Aquarius. You can't hit people with black magic to keep them in an illusion if people are waking up and seeing the truth for what it is. Not possible. So, let's keep going. Whew, boy, I tell you. 7 of Pentacles. Success unfulfilled. Then I tell you the divine is just going to be using the cards to confirm what the fuck I'm telling you right now. It's not working. The black magic is not working. Sorry. Mystic Tori just posted a reading. I have to go check that out. There's certain readers I follow. Ace of Wands in reverse. Ooh. That fire magic ain't hitting the way it usually does now. I bet the fuck it ain't. I just told you, divine is just going to confirm what the fuck I just told you. Okay? Ace of Wands in reverse. That magic ain't hitting. They're losing power. 5 of Swords. Defeat. You have to accept defeat. You need to understand. Well, he doesn't want me to tell you his real name. Whatever. Satan will never want me to tell you his real name because that's just for me. Okay? If you don't know how the ethers work, hell works, and how it works connected to the earth realm, you'll never understand why I will tell you that's literally my left hand. That's for me. He doesn't want me to tell you his real name, but Lucifer, who you call Satan, he was only given a certain amount of time to do what he needed to do, to test God's children to see who was worthy to go to heaven, who wasn't. He works for us. That's what you don't know. He works for us. Yes, he's a liar. Yes, he's running around doing what the fuck he's doing. But he works for us. He's the punishment of God and Goddess. What does that mean? He is sent here to test us to see who is worthy to go to heaven and who's going to hell. That's what you don't know. But he doesn't want me to give any more information about him, so I'm going to chill. But yeah, in scripture, he was only given a certain amount of time to roam the earth, devour who he needed to devour, mark who he needed to mark, and that's it. And when I tell you they're on the last stretch of that power, why you think the black magic is so heavy? Why you think these niggas is going crazy? Why you think this shit is backfiring 10 times harder than it usually does? Their time is almost up. And I have their clock stops when that North Node moves into Aquarius. Yeah. I know that in scripture, it says that nobody knows the day nor time of Judgment Day. No, we don't know the day or time of Judgment Day and when it's going to happen, let alone Armageddon, right? But if you pay attention to the calendars, when I said that it was 44:14 on my clock, that's how I know I'm on point. If you pay attention to the astrological calendar and events that have happened in the past and line them up with how it's moving now, you'll know when some shit's happening and when it's going down. You have to do the math. The divine speaks in numbers, and so does the enemy. Pick it up. Pick it up what I'm putting down. How do you think I know? I'm doing the math. Satan's time is up when Aquarius moves into that North Node, July 26, 2026. That contract is over. They will have no more power. They will have no choice but Five of Swords to accept defeat. The Lovers in reverse. These karmic contracts between divine feminines, karmic masculines, karmic feminines, and divine masculines, that shit is over. Those contracts will fully be done. It's a wrap. Those lessons that we have learned through karmic masculines and karmic feminines, love is in reverse. It's a wrap. For the ones who have successfully completed the cycle and learned the lessons and are implementing the lessons and not repeating the mistakes, this shit's over. It's over. Behind the scenes reading, Escaping America. What do they need to know? Hit me. Hit me. Three of Wands. Established strength. I remember telling you that the divine feminine energy was going to be replenished, recharged, and re-energized. That's what this is. Also, the divine masculine energy is going through this too. Established strength. Three of Wands. Better, not only is better on the way, on the horizon, literally right around the corner, but I said that the divine feminine energy was going to be rejuvenated, recharged. So is the divine masculine energy. I knew there was a reason why my intuition called to this deck. I knew there was a reason. Ooh, what else do they need to know, please? Oh, shit. The Tower. Ooh. Ooh. Baby, I just said the divine is putting belt to ass, foot to neck. There are more deaths on the way. My right ear popped when I said that. There are more deaths on the way. Didn't I tell you to get those funeral arrangements ready? Start making those funeral arrangements, right? Didn't I tell you that? There's more death on the way. You think your karma's bad now? Sweetheart, your karma is just now hitting the tip of the iceberg. It's about to go beneath the water and hit the rest of that structure. Oh, boy. I'm telling you, what else do they need to... Thank you. Oh, shit. Ace of Swords. What I just said was the truth. Get the motherfucking funeral arrangements ready. There's going to be a lot of deaths with this Pluto in Aquarius transit. Get those motherfucking funeral arrangements ready. I hope you have life insurance to pay for your funeral, bitch. Because ain't nobody contributing to no GoFundMes. I'm just going to let you know that right now. It's not happening. I hope you have life insurance, bitch. Ace of Swords. What I just said was the truth. Truth and clarity. What is this? Knight of Swords. The Death Angel's coming in fast for your ass. Right ear just popped. Death is coming, and it's coming fast. And you know what's the crazy part about it? Is you so focused on doing the black magic to the divine feminines, divine masculines, you don't even see this coming. You have no idea that you have death watching you, walking around with you, waiting for an opportunity to snatch your ass off of this realm. Because you're so busy focused on us, trying to do black magic on us, trying to get those cords reattached and those contracts back in place, you don't even notice you got death following you everywhere. Somebody got a stink-ass stench to them. And if anybody comes around you and they got a stink-ass stench to them, they got death following them. They got a demon waiting to take their ass right back to hell. Oh, and once you're gone, you can't reincarnate. Most souls, whether they're from the divine or whether, you know, they're from hell, they're able to reincarnate because they have contracts to fulfill, right? There's no reincarnating once you leave this lifetime. Your Akashic record, is your birth chart. There are clauses in those birth charts, those contracts that you signed before you reincarnated. I think you need to go back and study your Akashic record contract. It's in there. I promise you it's in there. Now we have the Seven of Wands with the Knight of Wands. The divine feminines, divine masculines, high priestesses, Seven of Wands. We're being protected from the fuckery. Remember, the Ace of Wands is in reverse. This Knight of Wands represents sex magic. Here we go, this bullshit again. Here we go, this bullshit. We're being protected from the sex magic. There's the karmic masculines and the karmic feminines. The main thing that they're sending is sex magic. We're being protected from the sex magic. Seven of Wands to the Knight of Wands. We're being protected from the sex magic. Somebody's at the crossroads right now, trying to do a deal with Eligua to put a contract back in place. And they're trying to do it through sex magic. That contract is getting sent straight to hell. Wow. Boy, I tell you, these motherfuckers. After this last row, I'm gonna pull some from the my oracle deck, and then we're gonna take it from there. Two Wands. And this card says Dominion. Gotta figure out what that means. It's usually making a decision about where you want to go, but this says Dominion. Three of Cups. Abundance. The Three of Cups on what it says on this card is abundance. So, okay. When you find out, okay, divine masculines, divine feminines, high priests, high priestesses, right? When you make the decision after, get your astrocartography chart done, I'm fucking telling you. When you figure out where you're supposed to go and you make the decision to get ready to go, there's abundance there. Didn't I tell you there's blessings? Did I tell you the divine is going to have a conversation with you about where your blessings lie? You're going to find that out during your astrocartography chart. Get on it. Get on it. Shit, the divine might even reveal to you where you're supposed to go while you astral traveling in your sleep. They might show you where the fuck you're supposed to go. And where you're supposed to go, when you make the decision to start planning and get ready, when you get there, this is where your blessings lie. Abundance. I can't make this shit up, bro. What do they need to know, please? Princess of Swords, Page of Swords. Yeah, the Page of Swords is divine communication. There will be divine communication about where you're supposed to go, how you're supposed to prepare, what you're supposed to do, and how you're going to leave. I told you to pay attention to your intuition and pay attention to your visions. The divine is going to communicate with you. I don't have to make it up. I don't have to make it up. Princess of Pentacles fell out my hand. Page of Pentacles. Page of Swords, divine communication, and then Page of Pentacles, which would be a divine offer. But we're speaking physical, so money. There will be divine blessings in the form of financial blessings to help you save and help you get where you need to go. I was trying to figure that out. I was like, what does that what does that mean? The divine is going to communicate, like I said, about where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to be doing. And while they're communicating with you about this, there will be divine blessings in the form of financial abundance along the way to continue to help you save. Because you're going to have to put a down payment down for an apartment or a house out of the country. Duh. So there will be divine blessings along the path over the next 14 months to help you save for an apartment or in a house out of the country. Point blank period. What do they need to know? Oh, Queen of Cups. It's funny how the King of Cups came out in reverse and now you have the Queen of Cups upright. Hi, Divine Feminine. Hi, Divine Feminine. Follow your intuition, Divine Feminine. Pay attention to your visions, Divine Feminine. Your discernment will save your life, Divine Feminine. Point blank period. What do they need to know, please? Oh, what is this? Page of Cups. Follow your intuition. Just reiterating what I'm saying. Like, follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. Divine Feminines, Divine Masculines. Follow your intuition. So, when this happens, the Hangman. What did I tell you? Hold on. Let me bring this back. Let me bring this back. I told you 2028, 12. The Hangman, 12, Major Arcana. Follow your intuition and do what you're supposed to do and get the fuck out before this happens to America. America is going to be sacrificed in the worst way possible. Follow your intuition and do what you're supposed to do. If you do that, you will not have to face this. This is what's coming to America. America is going to be sacrificed inside and out. Whew. But of course, like I told you, there's dual messages. There are sacrifices that will have to be made along the journey in order to make this life change as well. Everything is a duality message. Everything is a duality message. Ace of motherfucking Cups. Ace of motherfucking Cups. Your abundance is not in America. Your abundance lies where you're supposed to go. You're just taking the abundance with you to multiply it. And it's going to turn into this, the Ace of Cups. So remember when I told you to... Remember I told you for the Divine Feminines, Divine Masculines, and Twin Flames with high-level Divine Soulmates? I told you when you do your astrocartography chart, this Ace of Cups represents your Venus line. Find your Venus line. Your Venus line on your astrocartography chart is where you're supposed to go. Find your Venus line. And then the Four of Pentacles came out behind that. Earthly power. You're going to have what you need in order to make this move. You're going to have what you need to open doors and make moves and make shit happen. Make shit shake and bake. To get the fuck out of here. I promise you, you will. Oh, what's this? Queen of Wands. Got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So, Divine Feminine, you're not only being called to use your intuition, some fire magic is going to help as well. Using your manifestation powers specifically with fire magic. So, candle work, ladies and gentlemen, candle work is going to help this. Fire magic, candle work. Different colors represent different things for different candles. And you're going to specifically want green candles, brown candles, gold candles, or purple candles. And blue for your intuition in your crown chakra, okay? Purple too. Okay. What else do they need to know before I get to the oracle? The Devil. Ooh, what did I tell you about karmic masculine energy? Bam, baby. Karmic masculine, karmic feminines. Chained to the motherfucking devil. But in this card, it's not the devil. It's the Baphomet. Oh, I can't make this shit up. This is the Baphomet in this card. I know you can't see it. But it's a karmic masculine, karmic feminine, of course, chained to each other with the Baphomet over them. This is the Baphomet. Oh, why is the Baphomet here? Let's get that out the way first. Why is the Baphomet here? The Sun and the Queen of Pentacles. The Sun and the Queen of Pentacles. Give me a minute, y'all. The Sun and the Queen of Pentacles. The Sun with the Queen of Pentacles. Give me a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. I gotta talk to the divine. I gotta break this down. Give me a minute. With the Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles under the deck. So this is what I'm feeling. With this Devil, Sun, and the Queen of Pentacles. This is what I'm feeling, okay? When I go quiet, I'm tapping into my intuition. This is what I'm feeling with this. When these contracts and these cycles close with these karmic feminines and karmic masculines, and you start doing the necessary work to prepare and leave and move and, you know, things of that nature, get prepared, right? You're going to be shown what's going to happen moving forward. That's what the Devil and the Sun represents. You're going to be shown what the enemy's doing moving forward. And not only just any type of enemy. Divine feminines, whatever karmic feminines you've had coming against you in the form of this Queen of Pentacles, that bitch is going to be revealed to you too. Those bitches are going to be revealed to you. The divine is going to show you how to move and what to do in the ethers. It's going to be revealed to you what the karmic feminine is going to try to do to the divine feminine in the ethers. I got the Holy Spirit sitting on my solar plexus chakra, and he's sitting hard. And when the Holy Spirit does that, I'm on the money. So yeah, when I said, candle work, for your manifestation to help get prepared moving along, the Devil, the Sun, and the Queen of Pentacles. This karmic feminine who is married to the Baphomet. These karmic feminines are married to the Baphomet. They're married to the demon of lust. Okay, that makes sense. Because they use sex, right? The divine's gonna reveal to you what these bitches are gonna be doing. Because I need you to understand, when the divine shows you something in the astral, right? There's a saying a previous reader I used to watch uses, and she says, God reveals to redeem. So basically, when the divine shows you what these bitches are going to be doing, the divine is already letting you know that they're on it. They're already handling it. And two, what you need to do moving forward. So when the divine reveals this to you, divine feminines, they're letting you know that they already got the situation with these karmic bitches under control, but they're also going to show you what to do to counteract and what's the word? Alchemize the energy into something better. You had to give me a minute. I really had to tap in for that. I really had to tap in for that one. Three of Swords. Oh, wow. Three of Swords, ladies and gentlemen. Three of Swords with the Ace of motherfucking Pentacles. And because you are going to, and because the divine keeps us 20 steps ahead of what they like to call competition when there is no fucking competition, you're just a loser. They're going to be heartbroken about it because you're going to know what to do moving 20 steps ahead. This is chess, not checkers. Because you're going to know what to do moving 20 steps ahead. They're going to be heartbroken. Why? Because you got the Ace of fucking Pentacles. You're going to go to where your abundance lies. Not only are you creating the abundance with your twin flame or high level divine soulmate, you're going to take that abundance and multiply it. And they're not going to be able to touch it. You want to know why? Because they're going to be stuck here in the belly of the beast getting karma with the rest of these demons. The hell you create for me is the one that you're going to live in for yourself. What does that mean? America is the eternal lake of fire because hell is right beneath our feet. Little do you know. They created a new kingdom right beneath our feet. And you're just walking around oblivious. Talking about, la, 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 di, da. Nobody knows, right? I do. So now you have, I'm definitely going to end it with these two. Yep, I'm going to end it with these two, and then we're going to get to the Oracle. The Justice Council, the Justice card with the Four of Wands. That's beautiful, ain't it? The Justice card with the Four of Wands. What a beautiful ending. Coming out of the belly of the beast into blessed lands where we are supposed to go, where we are meant to go. Okay, so they just gave me another one. Back to the astrocartography chart. For couples, twin flame couples, twin flame high level divine soulmate couples, I told you look at your Venus line, right? And I also told you look at your Mars line. I'm also being told look at your MC line. I believe your MC is the ruler of your chart. Your birth chart contract. Also look at your MC lines too. It's going to be between your Venus and your MC lines on where you're going to go in your astrocartography chart for obviously personalized to you. But Justice and the Four of Wands, that's how we're ending the tarot part of the reading. And the Queen of Swords is still under the deck. Yeah, this is divine justice. Blessed new lands. Blessed new love. Blessed new abundance. Blessed starseed family, lineage, bloodlines. Yes. But you have to follow divine instructions. You have to follow divine directions. You have to be obedient. You have to do what the fuck you are told. This stupid bitch. Under the deck is the Queen of Swords, the Chariot, the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. Whose ex is this? Whose ex best friend is this? For me, I know exactly who this is. This bitch is moving forward with some type of water magic spell. And it's going to backfire because she was trying to be sneaky with it. And whatever she loves the most, Five of fucking Pentacles, she's going to lose. Whatever this bitch covets the most, she's going to lose. You got the Queen of Swords, the Chariot. This is some type of water magic. Calling on the water deity. It's going to backfire. Nine of Swords. Because it was done with the wrong intentions. Seven of Swords. And whatever this bitch covets the most, the divine is going to use against her. Five of Pentacles. Five of Wands. I'm getting a mental breakdown. Not only are you going to lose physically, you're going to lose mentally. It's going to be a lot of internal strife and battle with this bitch. Yeah, because whatever she prayed for, the star, Aquarius energy, under whatever moon cycle's coming up. Oh. Oh. This bitch. This bitch. Okay. So there's a karmic feminine out here who's doing water magic. And why is she doing water magic, being sneaky, and why is it going to backfire on her? She's trying to steal a divine feminine's divine masculine and or high level soulmate and her abundance. She's trying to steal this bitch's life. Let me explain something. Oh, and Eight of Swords. This bitch is going straight to hell. Nine of Cups, because she's selfish. This is kitchen witch magic. She doesn't know what she's doing. Page of Wands. And Temperance is here. Temperance is Archangel Michael. Period. Archangel Michael sees what this bitch is doing. And this bitch he's going to drag that bitch straight to hell. In chains. So, divine feminines. The Queen of Swords doesn't necessarily have to be a sign. It's just a bitch who's evil. She's manipulative. She could be a covert narcissist. Divine masculines, not divine masculines, divine feminines. If you have an ex-best friend, the bitch is trying to destiny swap with you using water magic and a water deity. You can't destiny swap with somebody. Did you know that? You can contract swap, but you can't destiny swap. Because whatever's meant for you that the divine is going to give you, that's in your Akashic record, can't nobody take that. But there are certain clauses in your divine contract where certain contracts can be switched, right? So, perfect example. Divine masculine, divine feminine. You were in a relationship with a karmic masculine or a karmic feminine who you thought was yours, your other half, and it turns out they wasn't. They were a lesson to help you get aligned to your path, right? And then another karmic masculine and a karmic feminine came along and thought they took them from you. No. That was called contract swapping. That person was a lesson. They're going to their next lesson. That's in your Akashic record. Your Akashic record is your birth chart, physically, in this lifetime. You can't destiny swap with somebody. Whatever's meant for them is meant for them. Because in order to destiny swap with somebody, you would have to take my soul out of this vessel and put it in yours, and put your soul in this vessel. And if our vessels and our souls were already assigned, you can't switch them because you don't have the power to do it. So you can't destiny swap with somebody, but you can contract swap with somebody. You can take somebody else's lesson, which is what these karmic masculines and feminines are now realizing, that they don't have divine masculines and feminines. They have lessons. So now, these motherfuckers are doing water magic, dredging up water deities, and sex magic to try to destiny swap to take your divine masculine, divine feminine, and your abundance, and your relationship, and your whole motherfucking life, and it's not going to happen, and you're getting to get dragged straight to hell. Point blank, period. Ain't no way around it. So, I have to use the bathroom. So, I'm going to run through the behind-the-scenes oracle deck real quick. Right here, only on this space right here. I'm not going to do it on space 2. I'm going to do it on space 1. To find out what you need to know regarding the behind-the-scenes Escaping America topic that we're talking about, that I was told to deliver to you, and then, we'll take it from there. What do they need to know? I've already shuffled. I told you I shuffle all my decks. I pray over the energy, all of that. Galactic motherships on Earth are hidden to the third eye. I love that this card came out. You want to know why I love why this card came out? I did a video on my Instagram last year, and I said that the galactic motherships were on Earth. I told you that. I told you they were watching, they were waiting, and they intervene only when it's necessary, right? Galactic motherships on Earth, hidden to the third eye. This is just confirming the message I put out in 2025. I believe early 2025. I told you that they were on Earth. I told you that they were here. We're not aliens. We're extraterrestrials. Aliens are the ones that fucked up Atlantis when we were on Atlantis. You heard it here first. Oh. What else do they need to know? Oh. Oh. Is this upside down? I don't think so. King and Queen of Pentacles Principality. This is the 1% who owns the wealth. Everything that they have stolen that was supposed to be for the people, you're going to lose it. Point blank period. This is the 1% who owns the wealth. All the houses and the yachts and the real estate property and the private jets and the mansions and the car. You're going to lose everything. I just told you the hell that you create for me is the hell that you're going to live in. Above ground, this is an illusion to fairy tale. There are cities that are connected underground. They're connected by military bases. DUMBS, deep underground military bases. All the cities that are underground are connected by deep underground military bases. And this is where the 1% has their wealth. You don't have to believe me. Pray, ask for clarity. It will be revealed to you. I know already. I just haven't been speaking on it because I haven't felt the need to speak on it. Them niggas know who I am. I know who they are. They can't touch me, but I can touch them. Type shit, right? Their wealth are in their underground cities below the earth. That hell, those cities that they created are their new hell. They created a new hell for Satan and his demons. And that is where they will be for all eternity, which is why America is going to be the new lake of fire. Because it's going to be exposed and it's going to be open. And the only way you're going to see it and know that is if you ascend. When Judgment Day gets here. Mark my words, you heard it here first. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. What do they need to know? CERN. Earth portals opened. This is giving me Antichrist energy. They're almost done with the Antichrist project, by the way. I got to download that. For those who don't know, I'm just going to give you a quick, my legs are bothering me. I'm going to give you a quick little history, little thingy. Everybody knows why the world has been so illusioned for so long, and now that the illusion's breaking, what's happening, what's going on. Do you know about the crystal skulls? There were 4 crystal skulls made, and the high witches and warlocks that they use have been using the crystal skulls to put the illusion, wrap it around the earth, right? It's breaking because the 3rd crystal skull is on its last bit of power. I believe they found the last crystal skull. And what they're going to use it for is this. CERN, Earth portals opened. Why? Because they're bringing forth, they're going to use the crystal skull plus the dark matter to bring forth the spirit of the Antichrist to put it in a human vessel. They've been doing it since the 1940s. That's another reason why we're being told to leave America. Because this shit that's about to happen in America, oh, this ain't our battle, sweetheart. That's y'all's. How Alik Sadiq, his son, said, yeah, y'all have at it. Yeah. That's y'all battle. Y'all have at it. Okay? So, Earth Portals Open is basically the Antichrist project. They're almost done. They're almost done. And 2 popped out. This is one of the prophecies that's going to happen when the shit goes down. Whoa, my goodness. Didn't I say they've been doing this since the 1940s? I said they've been doing this since the 1940s, right? Forced reincarnation, cloning labs. Bitch. I don't have to make it up. I don't have to make it up. Forced reincarnation, cloning labs. They've been doing this since the 1940s. The real technology is in underground cities, through the military bases. They've been doing this since the 1940s. I told you the divine is just going to clarify what the fuck I'm telling you. Damn. I told you. Damn, that flew out. Spring equinox magic rituals. So they've been going crazy with the magic since spring equinox. Because what did I just tell you earlier? That July 26, 2026, when the North Node moves into Aquarius, which is going to be triple the Aquarius energy, the contract that God and Goddess gave Satan with his power and his dominion over the earth is going to be over. So they've been going crazy since spring with the black magic to try to keep the illusion going. But by the end of July, that will be over. Start preparing. I'm telling you right now, you better start fucking preparing. What else do they need to know? Ooh. Didn't I just get done breaking down to y'all the Year of Justice 2027? Master number 11? And that was, if you break it down to an 11, it's justice, the Year of Justice, but 1 + 1 = 2. It's also the High Priestess. I'm telling you now, we are going to be called to leave America at the end of July, going into early August of 2027 in the Year of Justice. Master number 11. The ascended masters are coming down to help with this, baby. They coming to help with this. We will be moved privately. And I told you, if you don't follow directions the first time, you only have a 9-month window after that. And when that 9-month window activates and it starts, when I tell you you are going to have to drop bodies to get the fuck out of this country, you better be prepared. You better be prepared. The Locust Plague. 5th Trumpet, 2027. I created this oracle. The divine gave me every single card for this oracle deck. So again, 2027, Year of Justice, 2027, 11, Master number 11. Now we have the 5th Trumpet, 2027, the Locust Plague. And what does that mean? Oku. Oku is the African god of agriculture and the harvest. What did they call it? The food shortage. All the crops are going to die, food shortage, all that shit. 2027. It's going to happen in 2027. All the crops are going to die. There's going to be a food shortage. There's going to be a water shortage. And the God Council, the Divine Masculine Council in the ethers, but I'm telling you this from my Yoruban family, the Orisha family, they're going to fuck America up. Everything that America has been spoiled with will be removed. It's over. It's over. What is this? Oh, this is a warning to the elites. You won't make it past the glass ceiling. Warning. What does that mean? These motherfuckers, remember I told you in another video, I said everybody wants to know what this whole thing about the spiritual warfare between the light and the dark and the angels and the demons and divine feminine and divine masculine versus karmic feminine and karmic masculine. I'm gonna say it again. If you were kicked out of heaven, wouldn't you trying to do everything to get back in that bitch? That's what the glass ceiling is. They want to break through the firmament. That's the reason why they have been harvesting off the divine feminine, divine masculine for centuries, because they have been trying to use our energy to break the firmament to get back into heaven. There's your answer. Oh, these is about to fall out my hand. No, we're not about to do that. Yeah, I think these are... Oh, I had them upside down. No wonder they fucking look like that. They were upside down. Okay. And under the deck is, ooh, weapons of mass destruction. American citizens, American people. You are the enemy of your own government, and they will be using this to kill you. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. Oh, I split the deck, right? Divine judgment over stolen ancestral lands. Bitch. Divine judgment over stolen ancestral lands. Didn't they steal this land from the Indians? I'm just saying. Didn't they steal this land from the Indians? Okay. What else I didn't need to know? This shit crazy. Do you remember what I told those karmics earlier? I said that you're doing black magic on us and you're focused on the wrong thing. And you don't even see that death is sneaking up on you. And that you will be left behind with the elites to face karma. Didn't I say that? The karmics will be left behind for the rapture, is what came out. I told you the divine is just going to clarify everything I'm telling you. The karmics, you will be left behind for the rapture because you're focused on the wrong motherfucking thing. But you know what's crazy? That it's in your Akashic record for this to happen. Nobody studies. Nobody reads. Like, nobody researches anything. Not even your own shit. Because you're focused on other people's shit. The karmics will be left behind for the rapture. You will be here in America and you will be sacrificed with the rest of America. Oh well. I don't give a fuck. I give no fucks. Baby, I give no fucks. Okay, that was a notification. Oh. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is America. Didn't I say they wanted to kill off the divine feminine energy and wanted it to be straight digging the booty around here? The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is America. I'm gonna let you read that. Hello. I don't have to make it up. I don't have to. I understand I'm not one of these, readers that have been on YouTube for years and, been doing readings for years. I don't have to be. Because my gifts are not karmic masculine, karmic feminine, love this, love that, and a whole bunch of bullshit that doesn't mean anything. I want to know what the fuck is beneath the surface. What is it really about? And I just told you what the fuck it was about. If you got kicked out of heaven, wouldn't you be doing everything you can to try to get back in that bitch? I know the light realm, the dark realm, and this realm. I know how it connects because I'm connected to all three. I don't give a fuck about this surface level shit. I want to know what's beneath the surface. Oh, look at that. The real truth is hidden in the Vatican archives. Oh, we all knew that. The real truth? The Book of Jubilees, the Book of Enoch, Mom, Ashira, being taken out of the Bible. All of that shit. Even demonology, the real demonology, and the real satanic calendar. It's in the Vatican archives. That's where it is. Lord have mercy. Winter equinox magic rituals. So they're gonna so we had the spring equinox magic rituals. I told you, you could feel the energy shift, the energy been crazy and shit like that. Now we have winter equinox magic rituals. So they're gonna go crazy with the magic at the end of this year too. Capricorn season. Now I already told you the magic is already not hitting the way it's supposed to. Now we got winter equinox magic rituals. So they're going to be going crazy during Capricorn season in the winter. They're going to be using the automatic spirit of lust to do magic. And I told you the goat also represents lust, which is one of the 7 deadly sins, which is also a level in hell if you didn't know. I know a lot of shit. I just don't speak on it. And all of this started from the age of Pisces. The veil is gone. Age of Pisces, the veil is gone. Before the age of Aquarius, it was what? The age of Pisces, groupthink. Everybody thought the same. The illusion was there. The rose-colored glasses were on. This is over. The veil is gone. The veil been gone, actually. But it's just letting you know, from the age of Pisces going now into the age of Aquarius. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Darkness of the sun, moon, and stars. Fourth trumpet, 2026. The grid blackout. Okay, I have to put the cards down for this and explain this. Fourth trumpet, 2026, darkness of the sun, moon, and the stars. Okay. You know how the government likes to run tests on the American citizens to see, you know, the reaction and what they'll do and shit like that? The grid is going to go down for a couple of days in July. I don't know when in July, but the grid is going to go down for a couple of days. And that experiment is to see how the American people obviously react, what they do, how shit goes down, you know, how people handle it. That's what this is. When they're going to shut off the energy grid purposely for a couple of days to see what's going on and what's going to happen and what the American people are going to do. That is what this is. The darkness of the sun, moon, and the stars. 2026. It's going to happen in July. I'm letting you know now. Make sure you got your water. You know, it's going to, I don't know how long it's going to be. Honestly, I don't know if it's going to be for a couple of days or a week, 2, who knows. Just make sure you got water, beans, and rice. Toilet paper, paper towels, toothpaste, you know, all your basic essentials. It doesn't have to be extra. Just make sure you got your basic essentials in order, because they're going to purposely shut off the grid for a couple of days. Darkness in the sun, moon, and the stars. That's what this is. It's a test. It's a test. It's a test. What else do they need to know? Oh. The original curse of Rebekah, Jacob, and Esau being reversed by God. Genesis chapter 27, verse 1 through 46. We're going to have to talk about this in another video. But this is how I'm going to tell it. To you. There was a curse placed on Rebekah from Abraham before Abraham passed away, because Rebekah helped Jacob steal Esau's curse from Abraham. So the black woman has had a curse on her for a long time. The black man has had a curse on him for a long time. And it all came through Esau. Because black women are breaking the curse and black men are not, black women are being freed. But black men still have that curse on them. And this is the reason why Esau... Okay, I'm going to have to break it down from 100% ratio. If you take 100% and you break it down 80-20, 80% of Esau's ancestors are still on the curse of the hatred, right? 20% are on the right alignment. So because 20% of Esau's descendants are on the right alignment, they're getting the blessing that was originally supposed to be for them that his brother Jacob stole, which is why Jacob is still under the curse, right? Now, the black women that are choosing to separate from the black man, and it was put in to be that way spiritually as well. Nobody reads or researches shit, I promise you. But because the black woman has decided to reverse that curse for what she did, which is why the black woman is being rewarded. Okay? But Esau still has his hatred in his heart for his brother, which is why he's still under the curse. But because Esau had that hatred and no love for his brother, even his own mother, who was the black woman, which is why the black woman was under the curse, is the reason why we were put in slavery in the first place. It was a curse from Esau. I hope you just picked up what I put down. Now, the second card that came out. Oh my, what did I just get done telling you about the underground cities that are connected by the deep underground military bases? DUMBs, D-U-M-B-S, deep underground military bases. Find them. I know exactly where one is by me, which is why the divine placed me exactly where I'm at, because I already know where the first one is. Can't tell you that. It's for me. But find these. Find them. Hint. Governmental structures and buildings. That's where you're going to find these. I told you the divine is just going to confirm what the fuck I'm telling you. I told you that they're just going to confirm it. They're just going to confirm it. What else do they need to know before I close out this reading? Because I'm about to close it out. The Sacred Curse of Blood Diamonds. And now I'm hearing Diamonds Are Forever by Kanye West. The Sacred Curse of Blood Diamonds. All the lives that were taken and all the lives that were lost in pursuit of diamonds. Those souls have been cursed from the motherland. The people who have the diamonds, you're wearing a curse. So therefore you are cursed. But the lives that were lost because of it, you have been cursed directly from the motherland. I don't want them type problems. Anyways. Warning, do not deviate from divine instructions. If you deviate away from divine instructions, you will be left behind in the rapture. And like I told you, you will have to drop bodies to get the fuck out. I told you this already. This is just reconfirmation of what I told you this whole reading. Agenda 21, Depopulation Reform. America becomes a prison, and this is why. Warning, do not deviate away from divine instructions, because if you deviate away from divine instructions, you are going to be stuck in America when America becomes a prison. For the Agenda 21, Depopulation Reform. Last card, please. Last card, please. Thank you. Womb sterilization through drugs. Children of Men reference. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to break this down the best way I can for you. You should already know what that means. Womb sterilization through drugs. But the Children of Men, that movie, they put so much drugs in the food and the water and the drink that women weren't able to have children. And because women weren't able to have children, and children are supposed to be the light of the world, people went crazy. Okay? So, I told you, with the story of Sodom and Gomorrah is America. They just want dick in the booty shit everywhere, right? They want to get rid of the divine feminine, right? They don't want divine children. They don't want starseed children. They don't want, celestial lineage. They want demonic lineage. And if they can't get or keep producing demonic lineage through the woman's womb, they rather have her not produce anything at all. Through the golden womb of the feminine, the divine feminine to be specific. So, womb sterilization through drugs. This is another reason why we're being called to leave the fucking country. Is because they're going to sterilize women through drugs and food and water. But it's going to be so bad that nobody's going to be able to procreate. Neither men nor women. See, they want to do it to women, but it's going to happen to the men too. And this country's going to go fucking crazy. Go to that dick in the booty ass shit. I said it. So, under the deck we have Armageddon Spiritual Grounds, location number 3, Texas. I believe there's military bases in Texas. And because there's military bases in Texas, which is going to be one of the openings for the demons coming out of hell to come to battle for Armageddon. Location number 3, Texas. Texas. You have been warned. Then you have invest into a 1 to 2 year emergency food supply. So when you buy your seeds for your garden, obviously you're going to have to take them with you out of the country, right? Take a 1 to 2 year food supply with you. If not, 3 to 6 months while you're growing your garden so that you have food available. And you don't go hungry. Now we have galactic motherships are going to assist when it's time. Remember, I told you they intervene only when necessary, but when it's time, they're going to reveal themselves, right? This also goes hand in hand with Project Bluebeam. They're going to try to deceive you like the motherships are already here through Project Bluebeam, but you'll know when the motherships are here. Because they're coming to get their children directly. Has anybody been in the galactic mothership before? I have. And I'll tell you, that's some of the most beautiful scenic shit you will ever experience in your life. Jacob's future. Here we go again. Here we go again with Jacob. The curse of Rebecca, Jacob, and Esau. Jacob's future will be heavily influenced by acts of deception. Some of those at his own expense. Jacob means he grasps the heel. Figuratively, he deceives. Black men are the vessels and hosts of demons because they self-sabotage to their own detriment. I said what the fuck I said. A hit dog is going to always holler. If this does not apply to you, keep scrolling, bitch. Because it's a very few percentage of black men who are actually on their divine masculine pathway, high priest pathway. But the majority of y'all, you are vessels of demons. That was supposed to be Esau's job. You took his position. I said what the fuck I said. The American people are the target for the Agenda 21 depopulation plans. And didn't Agenda 21 depopulation reform pop out America becomes a prison? 2-in-1 message. Boom, there you go. That's where I'm going to leave it. What do we have at the back? Oh, Angels of the Four Corners, Judgment Called Upon Earth. Oh. So if you want to know what these four, who these four angels are, Archangel Michael, south, fire. Archangel Gabriel, west, water. Archangel Uriel, north, earth. And Archangel Raphael, east, air. Angels of the Four Corners, Judgment Called Upon Earth. Year of Strength. The Year of Strength 2024 breaks down to an 8. Why is this important? April 4th, 2024 was the eclipse path that happened. That eclipse that happened April 4th, I believe it's April 4th, 2024, was the same eclipse that happened before Babylonia was destroyed, and America is built to resemble what? Babylonia. The shift began in 2024. I'm just giving you extra info. So the second seal was opened in 2024. The fiery horse, the red horse, war. Right now is spiritual. It's a it is physical now. Israel, Iran, and America. It is physical war. We're in World War III as we speak right now. Buy books on spiritual medicine healing, plus how to make your own products at home. For some high priests and high priestesses, a spiritual business is going to flourish when you start it now and then take it out of the country. Following your MC, Mars, and or Venus lines in your astrocartography chart. America will become the literal lake of fire. Didn't I tell you that the hell they created for them demons was right under our feet in new underground cities? And it's going to be opened to become the lake of fire? That's the new hell they created. There you go. The Stonehenge activation. Now, this one, I'm going to have to do this whole deck over. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to have to do this whole deck over. Only because I want to tighten up some information. Don't get me wrong, the information in this deck is correct, but there's some information I want to tighten up. Especially this. The Stonehenge activation, the Stargate protectors. The Stonehenge in Atlanta, Georgia was destroyed because they didn't want to activate the Stargate protectors. But we were already activated when it happened. Stupid. The Stonehenge in Georgia was a portal to activate the starseeds, the ones who are supposed to defend this earth during Armageddon. They destroyed it just for that reason, but we were already activated when it happened. Now, I'm going to have to go back and look up that date. But yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to leave it after this. This is definitely literally going to be the last one. You remember what happened to New York? As a New Yorker. The Twin Towers was an inside job. They had bombs planted to bomb that shit down to the ground while they were stealing actual gold from about 3-4 blocks over, but used AI to make it look like a plane hit those Twin Towers. No, that was an inside job. Niggas was stealing gold. They needed a distraction. So remember that New York was called the Ground Zero. Chicago, I hate to say this. I really hate to say this, but Chicago, you are the next Ground Zero, my dear. And Chicago is under deep, heavy spiritual warfare. Chicago is under deep, heavy spiritual warfare. Chicago is the next Ground Zero. The same shit that they did to New York, they're going to do to Chicago. I don't know when, but get prepared. So that's the end of this reading. That's the end of the information. Like I said, I'm just going to give you a quick recap, okay? Starting June 1st, 2026. Starseeds, Earth Angels, Light Workers, Light Witches and Warlocks, Divine Masculines, Divine Feminines, High Priests and High Priestesses of the Light. Starting June 1st, 2026, you have 14 months from that date to get the fuck out of America. And that's going to be late July, early August of 2027. Okay? If you do not get out within those 14 months, you have a very, very small 9-month window from August 2027 to April 2028. And if you do not get out before then, what did it say? America becomes a prison. You are going to have to drop bodies and blood to get the fuck out. Okay? So, like I said, triple Aquarius energy. The North Node goes into Aquarius July 26, 2026. We are already in the age of Aquarius, and we're in Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Triple Aquarius energy. Not only is more niggas about to die, more truth is going to come out. And it's going to blow niggas' minds. Okay? So, March 26, 2028, North Node goes into Capricorn, the South Node goes into Cancer. Karmic masculine energy. Black men or anybody who's in karmic masculine energy, but I'm talking about specifically black men who are the vessels of demons. You took Esau's place. You did. You did. You are under a curse. And you're going to get your ass whooped. Reptilian vessels, alien gray vessels, you are going to get your ass whooped. Anything that is operating in a human vessel that is of evil, low vibrational energy, karmic masculine energy, you are going to get belt to ass, foot to ass, neck to ass, knife to ass, bullet to ass. It's over. Okay? It's over for you. Just point blank, period. America's karma arrives in 2028. Early signs of karma will be seen in 2027. 2027 breaks down to an 11, which is the Justice card, Justice Council. This Justice Council is the Seraphim angels. Those are the death angels. 1 + 1 = 2, the High Priestess. High Priestess is who? The Most High Mother Goddess Shira. Divine Feminines, her High Priestesses. We are the portals between heaven, hell, and earth. Okay? The early signs of that will be seen in 2027. 2028 breaks down to a 12. 12 is the Hangman. America will be sacrificed for trying to what? 1 + 3, the Empress. Sacrifice the Empress. You will be sacrificed in return. 2029 = 13. 13 is the Death card. The death of America. Permanently. And the Divine Masculine Council, 1 + 3 = 4 for the Emperor, is going to be protecting the Divine Feminine, High Priestess, and delivering justice on our behalves in the physical. Okay? So, the goat, when that North Node goes into Capricorn, represents one of the 7 deadly sins, which is lust. And it also represents rebellion and sin for those who have turned their ass cheek to God and Goddess. Well, guess what? Their ass cheeks are now turned to you. Okay? So like I said, in 2028, the 2 demons that are going to be running amok on Earth are the Baphomet and Azazel. Okay? So starting now, get your backpacks ready, suitcases, and weekender bags. Okay? You're going to need your birth certificate, your social security card, your passports. Get your passports in order. Remember, get your astrocartography charts done. And you're going to look for your MC lines. You're going to look for your Venus line. And you're going to look for your Mars line. And from there, it's going to be revealed to you in the astral where you're supposed to go. That's where your abundance lies, okay? So that's the end of this reading. I hope you enjoyed the information. I enjoyed bringing it to you. Have a wonderful day. Do not forget to do a soft clean of your house. Light your incense and sage out your house. And put a divine offering on your altar for the new moon in Taurus on Saturday. Okay?